My name is Nunna. I'm with Jacobs Engineering. I'm the project manager for SR-309 Roundabout projects.
I'm Beth Clark. I'm with ODOT District 1. I was a project manager on this roundabout project. These two intersections were intersections that the district knew were a concern for the public. One is near the Allen East High School and the other one's near a church in the area, which has daycare. There's been numerous accidents in those areas. So every year they would come to the district and say, hey, we need something done here. We did all kinds of things trying to alleviate some of the accidents in the area, and it obviously wasn't doing the job. So whenever the governor's safety program came up, we're like, these are the two intersections that we're going to go for.
We reviewed the accident frequency from 2016 to 2018, and there were 33 crashes at Thayer Road and 19 crashes at Napoleon Road. Both Thayer Road and Napoleon Road are rated highly on the HSIP program, and Thayer is rated number 1 in the district. We looked at 4 different alternatives, and out of the 4, Roundabout emerged as the preferred recommended alternative. During the public meeting, before the presentation, people were a little bit apprehensive and they're not sure how the roundabout works. But after the presentation, they understood the benefits of placing a roundabout at these two intersections.
We knew that there was going to be a lot of education that needed to be done. Since it was our first high-speed roundabout in the area, they were able to explain all the advantages to the roundabouts. It went smoothly. The people in the community that were very hesitant about having a roundabout, they walked away going, this makes sense. Jacobs did an excellent job presenting all the information. They had all the data there, they had the graphics. We had like a prototype roundabout for the people to work with and kind of understand how you're going to come in, like some of the terminologies of splitter island, tricanes coming in, just so that they understood what we were talking about, because sometimes whenever you're into the design, technical words that we use are lost on the public. That was really nice. In fact, I actually live in the community, and I had a lot of people come up to me and said, that was really well done. I feel more comfortable that I understand what's happening and how it's going to impact us. ODOT had an assembly with the high school with the classes of students that are going to be new drivers, explained to them what was going to be happening at the location near the high school. And later on that day, we had a mock roundabout with golf carts going through a roundabout that we set up in the parking lot. And it was fun for the kids, and they understood about the yield and everything else. We had AAA out there talking to the students. The sheriff's department was out there talking about safety, and it was very well received by the students. And you know, from a whole year of it being in operation, we have had hardly any incidents at either site. It seemed like a straightforward project, but as things came on board that were not anticipated, it took a lot of coordination and phone calls back and forth to say, hey, we're throwing another interesting part to the project for you to deal with.
Thayer was a 90-degree intersection with 2 offset legs. It was not a big issue in placing the roundabout and sizing the roundabout. But the main issue is we wanted to minimize the impacts to the right-of-way. And the second challenge with respect to Thayer Road is drainage. It is very, very flat. So placing the geometry and working out the drainage was challenging. It took actually 2 or 3 iterations just to place the roundabout and shape the approaches so that drivers slow down naturally from 55 miles to 20 miles per hour. We had challenges at Thayer, as I explained, but Napoleon is a totally different animal. It has a skew of more than 45 degrees. That's the biggest challenge. And there is a car dealership on the northeast quadrant and a Flying Mustang pizza place on the northwest quadrant, residential houses on the southeast and southwest quadrant. And we know we had to take part of the property on the southeast quadrant, so it took us almost 15-20 iterations, and we eliminated the outside truck aprons on 3 quadrants, but we could not eliminate the truck apron on 1 quadrant, that is southeast quadrant, because of the skew of the intersection.
Dollar General decided to crop up in the one corner that we thought we were only going to have to deal with the residents, which meant that we had to deal with their retention basin, so it was outside the clear zone. How do you drain their property?
That posed another challenge. Now we have to revise the geometry on the south leg of Napoleon to accommodate the Dollar General, and with Dollar General there was a pond on the southeast quadrant that we had to make sure that we cannot get into the pond. So that was another design challenge. we provided a couple of concepts how to connect to the roadway drainage. So we are dealing with Dollar General, then county comes back and says, hey, there's a new water line coming in here. And Prime Engineering was doing the design for them. So we got the plans and we saw they were just using the existing road to lay out their water lines. The water line was running in the middle of the roadway. So we have to coordinate with Prime, we have to coordinate with Allen County Water and Sewer to basically redesign their whole water line. So on this project, we experienced everything. Excitement at the beginning of the project, finished the feasibility study, was fantastic. We got the preferred alternate, that was great. We started the design, and when starting the plant production, that's where some frustration came in with the new software, but ODOT central office and also Bentley helped us out. Once we got over that hurdle, everything was easy. Coordination was easy.
Rom was excellent. When he would call in, everything was documented, and that really helped me out as a project manager here in the district.
All you have to do is communicate, pick up the phone and call, take care of the issues. After we figured out how to do the plant production, we beat the stage 1 schedule by 3 months. Schedule was sometime in end of May. We submitted on March 1st week.
It was a fast project. They had to get it all done. And the key is that it slows the traffic down. And in these areas, I mean, with all the traffic and people waiting to cut across, slowing it down, making people look at the oncoming traffic better has really helped save lives, I believe. I actually used to coach at the high school there, and I have lost a couple players to intersections in the area. And I know that other people in the community have had kids in wrecks in the area. And just knowing that this could save a life or two, to me, it's like the greatest thing. I'm so proud to be a part of that.